Hi, it's Jill here again, and welcome back to my channel, Relax, Release and Reiki. So, I feel compelled to create this video on how to meditate, or not so much how to, but just some tips and a method that I use, or I used when I was first starting out. Because I hear a lot of people say that they can't meditate, they find it difficult, yeah, and that definitely resonates with me. I was the same when I first started. So, before you even get going, I would say make sure that you're in a space where you feel 100% comfortable. Because if you don't, then you're going to have distracting thoughts right there. You know, that if you're worried that you're going to be interrupted or disturbed, or someone might overhear you if you're listening to relaxing music. So, yeah, find somewhere where you can deeply relax. You feel safe, you feel comfortable. Carve out the time as well. So if you say to yourself, to start with, I'm just going to meditate for 10-15 minutes, make sure that you've got the time. So if it's a case of the minute that you finish, you've got to dash out to work, perhaps you need to think again about another suitable time, so that you're not feeling rushed. And again, any distracting thoughts of that nature can be dispelled. I've got a little list here just as a prompt to remind me. So I think, this is certainly my experience, in that I had sort of preconceived ideas or expectations about what should happen when I meditate. So I invite you to go into this with absolutely no expectation whatsoever. Everybody's experience is different. But what I would say is that perhaps in the beginning, it's just about quiet time, just calming your mind, calming your body, and just deepening that spiritual connection, which isn't a religious thing at all. It's just about connecting with our true selves. Okay, I'll talk about that a little bit more, and I'll guide us through a very short meditation in just a moment. And yes, how could I forget that? As is probably coming across in all of this, but I want to reinforce it as a point. Be patient. Yeah, it does take practice to learn how to meditate. It's like anything, riding a bike, learning to drive, using chopsticks, any of those things. Unless you're very fortunate, it's unusual that you can just snap into it the very first time that you try it. But please don't let that be a reason to stop. Okay, so if you just say, I'm going to try for 10 minutes each day, or every couple of days, or whatever works for you, and just build up your practice over time. Notice I use the word practice because that's exactly what it is. You have to show your energy what to do. You've got to show your mind how to slow down thoughts. You've got to show your body how to relax, engage the parasympathetic nervous system so that you can rest and bring your heart rate and breathing down. Okay, so a bit preachy. I don't mean to be, but I just feel that this is something that everyone should have in their lives. It's a lovely, lovely thing. Super useful for releasing stress, anxiety, overwhelm, resetting, giving your very being a chance to heal in whichever way it needs to. So I'm talking about meditation, but I couple that with Reiki energy. So I am opening up to Reiki. So if you are watching this, but regardless, if you're going to meditate, obviously don't drive or operate heavy machinery. You need to be in a safe space where you can deeply relax. And likewise, caffeine, alcohol, and recreational drugs do impact our energy they're stimulants. So if you're looking to do a practice like this, whether it's meditation, whether it's Reiki, yoga as well, it's not great to have had those. So best to not have had those at least 2 hours before you actually do your practice. All right, that's enough of me going on. So I want to guide us through just a short meditation to give you a starter of how to start that process of deeply relaxing, calming thoughts, and just noticing things with curiosity and without judgment. Okay, so if you aren't already, I invite you to take a seat, lie down if you want to. Like I say, get comfortable. And then we're going to just gently close our eyes. Just pause for a moment with your eyes closed, with normal breathing, and just notice where you're at. Does your energy feel fizzy? Do you feel fidgety? Do you feel like it's going to be difficult to relax? Are thoughts darting in and out of your mind? Does your body feel tense? Just notice with curiosity where you are in this moment. Avoid judging it, whether it's right or wrong. Just leave all that behind and just notice. So very typically, because we are thinking human beings living incredibly busy lives with lots of stimuli, external stimuli, when we stop and pause like this for a moment, things can feel busy, our energy can feel scattered, our bodies can feel tense, we can feel weighed down, and that's very typical. So to expect to go from the busyness of a day into deep relaxation where you don't have any thoughts is a really unrealistic expectation. Well, in my opinion, I'm going to suffix it with that. And I'd also say that this concept of not having thoughts is not necessarily realistic either, because we are thinking beings. You can slow thoughts down, most definitely, with practice. But I'd say expect to still have thoughts. But again, just notice them, and I'll show you how you can let them drift on by. But the essence of what I'm saying is show yourself kindness, show yourself love. Meet yourself where you are now, wherever that happens to be. That's the perfect place. For me, a lovely way to start any meditation is to ground myself. Like I say, our energy becomes very scattered at times. Our energetic vibration can lower when we become disconnected from our surroundings, particularly from nature. So I invite you to bring your focus to the soles of your feet and imagine them planted on some grass. And you can feel the grass between your toes, the coolness, and beneath that the earth. Feel as though roots are coming down out of the soles of your feet, down into the earth. Take a nice deep breath in and slowly release the breath. And as you take every breath now, feel as though your energy is coming back into the midline, as though someone has drawn a line from the crown of your head right through the centre, the core of you. And your energy, almost like a magnet, is being drawn back into that midline from wherever it happens to be scattered. And as every breath that you take, you become more centered, you start to rebalance and ground yourself. Now, no expectation of like thunderbolts and lightning or anything like that, just trusting that process. So all you need to do is imagine your feet planted on the floor. If you want to, you can sit and put your feet on the floor physically. Imagine a connection down into the earth, and then with every breath in, feeling yourself becoming centered, or imagining yourself becoming centered. Okay, so just trusting that. Alright, stay nice and relaxed, and just see what's happening in your body, how you're getting on. It's all good, it's all good. And now, bring your focus to your forehead. You could even lay your hand on your forehead, actually, if that's comfortable for you to do so. It helps to bring focus there. Now, if you can, imagine that you're inside your head looking at the back of your forehead. If you cannot do that, it really doesn't matter. Don't worry about that at all. It's fine. Okay. But still focusing on that part of your head, your forehead. And notice how thoughts obviously continue to come in. And with the next thought that comes, imagine that you're scooping the thoughts to the right side of your head. And then you can let that thought go. Yes, then bring your focus back into the middle of your forehead, so in line with the bridge of your nose. And as the next thought comes in, imagine you're scooping it slowly, 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 slowly to the left. And then let that thought go. Bring your focus back to the midpoint and scoop the thoughts to the right very slowly. Imagine sort of just gently pushing at a slow pace, as if then they could just float out of you and away, releasing them. And then slowly bring your focus back to the midpoint. Just pause here for a moment. Take a deep breath. And release the breath. Giving your energy permission to slow things down. And then push this next collection of thoughts out to the left, very, very, very slowly. And let them go. Relax your shoulders back down. Bring your attention back to the midpoint. And just pause to notice how you're feeling. Giving your energy permission to relax. Shrug your shoulders around, wiggle your feet, hands if you need to. And this next collection of thoughts, imagine pushing some to the left and some to the right, very, 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 very slowly. Pushing them out. Just notice if you're clenching any muscles as you do this. Relax any muscles if you are. Pushing them slowly, slowly out to the left and right. And then release them. Let them go. And then slowly bring your focus back to that midpoint. And if you want to, you can brush thoughts to the left. And bring your focus back to the middle. Brush your thoughts to the right. And back to the middle. Just notice if you can slow it down a little bit more. Remember to breathe deeply if you need to. Notice if you're clenching any muscles. If you are, just breathe into that space and relax them. Bring your attention back to the middle of your forehead. And just sit here for just a moment, just literally a couple of seconds. And just notice how you're feeling. Where is your energy at now? Is there a particular part of your body that's fizzing, uncomfortable, heavy, tense? If so, breathe into that space and release. Okay, well done, that's it. Okay, open your eyes and come back into the room. And that's it. That's all there is to meditation. And obviously you can grow your practice over time, extending, if you want to, extending the amount of time that you're meditating. It's a lovely thing to do just before you go to sleep, to aid restful sleep. And in the morning, to sort of set the vibration and the intention for the day. All right, so I wish you lots of love and happiness.